Hi friends, it's Laura. Welcome into my channel. I hope you're doing well out there today. I have a journal to share with you that I've been working on. It's an altered book and it has 3 signatures and it has these beads that I found at the turnip green place in Nashville I was telling you about last time we visited. I think they're all plastic, but pretty cool. And then these were in the same bag. There were a lot of beads in that little bag. I didn't realize how many. But I'd been saving this up, all these supplies from leftovers from another journal I made for somebody. And so I just made this one for myself. It's got this little pocket on the front with these little things. And then I cut this out and backed it on some cardstock and put this little brad through there. And then like the extras that ended up being little cutouts and things that normally would go in the trash, I just glued them on the front. And then the back, did the same thing, put a little pocket here and put this little blue brad there. And so anyway, that sticks up off of the page, and it covers up the writing that was on this book. It's actually a journal, and I took the pages out, and I used a bunch of those pages in here. And I have these 2 pockets on the front. This is a set of printables in here. Well, maybe 2 or 3 sets of printables. It's got all this little ephemera. This is a wild journal too. It's just so like crazy colors and just super bright, different than what I would normally make. But I had made, it's just moving all over the place. I'd made this journal for a lady I was commissioned, or she asked me to make, I guess you call that being commissioned. She asked me to make 4 journals, and one of them was with all these, one of them, the lady loved jewel tones, and so it had, I made it with all of these bright colors, but I had way more than I could use in the one journal, so I ended up with all of this extra. This is a clothing tag, a shirt that I just recently bought. It goes with the theme of this journal, but anyway, I don't know, you might call this a boho journal or mindfulness journal. Not sure, but definitely some wild and crazy colors, and kind of no rhyme or reason to the colors either. And then I had these dried flowers, and I outlined this flower. It's the only one I did like that. The rest of them are blank. I might do that, you know, as I go through and work in this, and then just use the dried flowers. And so these pages are what was in this journal. It was just full of this kind of pages, and I tore all of them out so I can use them in different journals, and I just put some back in this journal. So each one has a saying, like a journal prompt, and I really like that. It has a couple of journal prompts. Well, it has the journal prompt up here, and then I guess you like a positive affirmation. I added this little bird to this page. Yeah, there's a couple set of printables in here actually. So I just thought I'd share it with you real quick. I've been working away on this, and I put these pieces of fabric flowers in here. They came off of a shirt, and so I wish I'd put it on after I did the signatures though, and then the string wouldn't be right over the top of that. That would have made that better. But yeah, I put it on before I did the signature, so that's how it looks. And got this little pocket here. These little journaling cards, and kind of, it's like a bookmark. There's this one. try to put the set of printables in the description box. I'm usually pretty good about doing that, so I don't know if you guys end up ever ordering them. I've never heard that you have, but I try to put those in there for you anyway, just in case. So there's one of these cards for every chakra, all 7 of the chakras. Maybe I could call this a chakra journal. Or, yeah, like a chakra healing journal. I dyed those little flowers that I got out of that skirt. I've dyed some of them with food coloring and put those in here. I usually just use them plain, but yeah, I thought I would dye them and then just put a couple little cutouts there. So I can do a lot more decorating later if I want to, but for now I thought this would get me started. This is a really pretty dried flower. So I hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting ready for spring and things are going okay for you out there. It's a little belly band. Another one of those from the shirt. Another belly band going the other way. I kind of tried to match the flowers with the paper on the other side of the page. So I don't know if you like bright colored journals or not, but this is definitely really bright colors. It's got some subdued ones mixed in too. This is some more of that fabric from that embroidery shirt. I'll just put those embroidery flowers over some of the other ones. I like to give it a little bit of dimension, and then I added these words off of a piece of scrapbook paper. These are from Dollar Tree stickers that I've had a long time. There's a little pocket here, and then there's this. It's got a bunch of extras in here, just some different, a lot of different things like that. And then I found this thing outside. I don't know what it is. It's like a little metal thing. And I just put that on for the center of this flower, and I already started outlining some of that in black. And I put this flower here. This, I cut this out of a piece of the ephemera. Well, a bunch of these I cut out of the pieces of ephemera and put them in the center of the flower. And then, like, that was just the leftovers. I thought that made, like, cool little confetti-looking thing at the bottom. I like how that turned out a lot. And then here's the writing board for this one, and the other stuff at the back here in this pocket. Journaling card. The colors look really pretty on camera if you're into this kind of bright colors. Pretty cheerful. Kind of an upbeat, fun journal. I like that. Okay, well, it's good to visit here with you for a few minutes, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. And by the way, if you enjoy the video, please, I hope you'll take a moment, give it a like, and comment if you have anything to say. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you're up to. So anyway, take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.